Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today I am going to explain two very important topics, phrase and a clause. So what is a phrase and what is a clause? So a question arises here. Are these two topics are different, or are they different topics for the same thing? So that's what I have to explain in this video. So let me explain first what is a phrase. Phrase is a group of words which makes some sense but not a complete sense. For example, on the table. It makes some sense but it is not a complete sense. Another example is inside the room, or on the wall, or outside of the room. But on the other hand, clause. Clause is a group of words which contain a subject and a verb. The only difference is phrase doesn't contain subject and a verb, but clause contains subject and a verb. Example is I ate an apple. Okay, there are different types of phrases: noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, prepositional phrase, gerund phrase, and infinitive phrase. In the first example, I have used noun phrase, just like I saw the big black house. The bigger black house. It is a phrase. Why it is a phrase? Because it doesn't make full sense. And it is a noun phrase because it is used as a noun. In the next example, we have verb phrase. What is a verb phrase? The combination of helping verb and main verb is called a verb phrase. Just like I'm writing a letter. Am helping verb, writing main verb. So if we combine these two verbs, it forms verb phrase. In the next example, we have adjective phrase. The cat on the table is my son. Okay, this is a phrase. Why it is a phrase? Because it makes incomplete sense, and it is an adjective phrase. What is adjective phrase? Adjective phrase gives extra information about a noun. In this sentence, noun is cat. So this part, it modifies the cat, which is a noun. So it is called adjective phrase. Okay, in the next example, there is adverb phrase. She speaks in a rude manner. In a rude manner, it is a phrase. Why it is a phrase? Because it makes incomplete sense, and it is an adverb phrase. What is adverb phrase? Adverb phrase is a phrase which gives extra information about a verb and adjective. In this part, in a rude manner, it modifies speak, which is a verb. Okay, in the next example, we have infinitive phrase. What is infinitive? Infinitive is the base form of verb preceded by to, just like to go, to laugh, to sit, to stand, etc. Okay, I have gone to eat something. To eat something, it is an infinitive phrase. It is a phrase. Why it is a phrase? Because it is incomplete sense. And it is an infinitive phrase because infinitive has been used in this phrase. Okay, on the other hand, we have clause. I have already explained what is a clause. There are three types of clauses: independent clause, dependent clause, and subordinate clause. But I will explain only two types. Those are independent clause and dependent clause. Now, what is independent clause? As you know, clause is a group of words which contain a subject and a verb. Independent clause is a type of clause which can stand alone as a sentence. I have an example: I eat an apple which was red. We have two clauses in this part. In this example, I ate an apple and which was red. It is a clause and it is also a clause. It is independent clause. Why is independent clause? Because it can stand alone as a sentence. If I take this part out from the sentence, it gives full sense. Just like I ate an apple, it makes full sense. On the other hand, we have a dependent clause. What is dependent clause? Dependent clause is a clause which cannot stand alone as a sentence. Okay? It gives full meaning only if we combine them with independent clause. Just like it gives full meaning now. I ate an apple which was red. Which was red, it gives full meaning now. Okay, in the another example, we have main clause, independent clause plus dependent clause. I have a chain clause and it is main clause. Why it is main clause? Because it makes full sense and it can stand alone as a sentence. And on the other part, we have dependent clause. Why it is dependent clause? because it doesn't stand alone as a sentence. Okay. Beside this, we have many examples. Just like if I say, I have a chain which is made of gold. I have a chain, it is a clause. Why is it a clause? Because it contains subject and a verb, and it is an independent clause. Why it is an independent clause? Because it makes full sense and it stands alone as a sentence. I have a chain which is made of gold. I have a chain, main clause or independent clause which is made of gold, dependent clause or subordinate clause. Okay, that was the end of the lecture. Okay, I'll see you in the next lecture. Goodbye and Khuda Hafiz.